Hi crafters, I am back with a finished folio with my different paper, the Christmas paper that I talked about, and this is the pumpkin and spice paper by Prima that I got both of these paper collections actually for Country Craft Creations, or from Country Craft Creations, and this was a design team project for the store. And I would like to go through and show you a walkthrough of how this one turned out using the Christmas paper. So the walkthrough for the pumpkin and spice is on my channel already, and you can see it there. On this one, I finished this up yesterday after I had to quickly run because the dogs started barking, so I apologize for that. The paper that I used was Farmhouse by Carta Bella, and the ribbon is Buffalo Check, which I got from Tamara's store. The flowers on here, though, are from my stash, and actually, well, I got them last year at Country Craft Creations. This was I think these were a Prima line, so I think I got all of these last year from there as well. These were just some black dots that I had left in my stash. I don't think I bought the dots for this collection, but if I did, they are tucked away somewhere and I couldn't find them. This is one of the cut-aparts, and I just backed it with some black cardstock, and then I put it up on a piece of black chipboard. And this album itself, again, is the same as the Prima one. It's 6.5 by 9, and I changed out that I did a 1-inch gusset on here, and then on this is the back. I leave the back pretty much plain unless I wanted to put something down here or I need to hide something. And this is a 1-inch spine as well. So I raised that from a 3/4 spine to a 1-inch spine, and I actually almost feel like it could have gone at a 1.5 or 1 1/4 because this collection had lovely chipboard with it, and I really used a few more pieces of chipboard to the inside of this folio, and it made it a little bit thicker than I thought it was going to be too. So let's just jump in and let me show you what it looks like on the inside with the decorating. So it's exactly the same as the pumpkin and spice. I did a couple of tags in here to hold this waterfall in place so that there's no magnets. There's no magnets used at all in this whole folio. There's the pocket here and a couple pieces of the chipboard on here, and then these are all matted underneath, double matted, and they just move like this till you get to the back, and then there's a spot, a really great spot to be able to put a picture or a collection of small pictures. That works really well. And then these just fold back together like this, and this is one of the cut-aparts, and this is a piece of the pattern paper that I used. And then here is another cut-apart that I used, and I also did a cut-apart for this photo wallet. And I did not double mat these because everything was getting to be so thick already that I thought that I would maybe do some green mats in the inside. I just hadn't done that yet. I was still looking. And this is also one of the cut-aparts from the cut-apart page. And those are just go into my pocket here. And then if we open this up, we see that we open up to the middle, and we've got our waterfall over here. Let's go through the middle first. We have the Buffalo Check ribbon again, and this ribbon again I got from Country Craft Creations. The other thing that I did was a dovetail on each of the ribbons, but I used fray check. I always forget it, and you know I said it I don't know how many times. So I use fray check on the end of the ribbons, and you know it goes on so that it looks like you're going to be able to see it, but once it dries you cannot see it at all. I took a piece of the chipboard and just put Mary across here. I was thinking about putting some photo mats here, but I was waiting to see what pictures I had. The other thing that I did different from the Prima pumpkin and spice is this flap. I gave it a 1/4 inch gusset so that it gave me a little bit more room in the book. And then this opens up like this, and here is our designer paper. And again, I left it so that we can figure out how we're going to put our pictures on when I have the pictures picked out. And I put onto this page, we have a bunch of the smaller cut aparts from the book. And then I did one of these, and I'm actually going to go back, I think, and do a couple more. So we've got this with the two cut aparts there, and one cut apart here and 2 cut aparts on here, and they just close like that so that we can fit 3 pictures on there as well. And then I did these pockets, so they're just middle of the page, and this is some of the designer paper here. These tickets, I just cut a wider strip and a little bit longer, and they actually, the tags actually fit really, really well on the pockets in the book. So I think that turned out very cute. All right, and these are going to go right back into there. And then this actually opens up like this. Now, I didn't have a spread to do exactly like I had done in the pumpkin and spice, but I wanted to do something that was a bit more continuous when you opened up this flap. The only thing that happened is that I started putting this paper down by mistake before I ended up putting the rest of these flaps on. So this was my correction to it, and I think I still am going to go along here. I have another little strip. I think I'm going to put a small strip of black paper along this side just to edge that off. But for now, I thought this looked really nice. And basically what this is one of the strips from the paper, and this is another one of the strips, and then these are 2 of the ephemera pieces that I put up there. But then there's a good spot here for putting on, could be a photo mat put on here, photo mat right here, or it could be, 2 different photo mats, depending upon how you want to do this. And even you can put, if you don't have that many photos, you can use one of the cut aparts, or put the cut apart with the edging around. So there's a lot of different things that we can do as far as putting mats together. So then this all closes up, and this comes back to tie. The spines on the album, I had made them a 1-inch spine. So when I did that, I double matted them, and so then I did 3/4 of an inch for the green matting, and I did the pattern paper. I didn't do it at a 1/2 of an inch, going down 1/4 of an inch each time, but this one I cut at 5/8 because I wanted to get a little bit more of the pattern paper on there. And so then if we move to this side of the book, you can see this is one of the chipboard pieces here. These are the chipboard pieces here, and I took a couple of the pine cones and spread them around on the word Noel. And then this is one of the cut aparts, and I backed it with the green artisan cardstock from Country Craft Creations. And then I took a couple of the stickers to match the snowflakes that are on the paper behind. And then this just lifts up, and it's a plain piece of artisan cardstock. And this is our other flap that goes down, and these just go up and down. and there's 4 on the top and 4 on the bottom. And then here again is another spot for putting in pictures. So you can put in a picture like that, or if you want to do something that's you know, a little bit bolder like that, or you can even think about doing something similar to this and just putting smaller pictures in. There's a lot of different things you can do, and sometimes it's better to grab the pictures before you start doing all the matting. Sometimes I do the matting, and sometimes I like to wait until I get my pictures going. But you can also see in the back of that piece, I matted it with some of the paper back there as well. And there's no magnet on there, but it stays together very well, especially because there's a little bit more weight to it. But this is our folio, and then this page, I again didn't put anything on here. I was thinking about putting some chipboards on there, but I wanted to wait again until I got my pictures, because some of the chipboards were too, the way I would have to glue them on, they might not glue on as easily to tuck a picture in under. So I thought I would just wait on that. It's a good place to put a nice picture, or to leave it blank and just appreciate the colors on it. So that is our folio done in a Christmas paper. And I hope that I went through this thoroughly enough for you so that you can make it with a different pattern paper if you like, since the Prima pumpkin and spice isn't available anymore. The thing that I did differently the most on this book is that instead of making an 1/8 inch cut difference, I made a 1/4 inch cut difference. And so I went in, so then it really comes out 1/8 of an inch here, 1/8 of an inch here, then 1/8 of an inch here, and 1/8 of an inch here. On the Prima book, what I did here, I did the same thing with the 1/4 inch measuring on the cover, but throughout the book, the rest of the book, what I ended up doing was just 1/8 of an inch going all the way around. So just remember, you don't, depending upon your paper and what you're doing, you don't always have to do the same kind of margin around your pattern papers. You can try different margins, and you can do it on the cover. If you like to have some double matting just on the cover, then just do it there, and in the inside you can go back to doing just your single matting to save a little bit of room within the folio itself. Just want to thank you so much for joining me. Please like and subscribe this video if you have enjoyed it. If you have any suggestions for any upcoming projects, I would really appreciate it. One of the things that is going to be coming up is I am going to be doing a video series from now until till December, or through December. We're going to do the 12 gifts of Christmas, and basically what that's going to be is small gifts that can be used as stocking stuffers or office presents, or things you can give to your family for their dinner. So we're going to talk about a few of those when those will be coming up in the next couple of weeks. But if you have any other suggestions or ideas, I would love to hear about what you would like to see. Thanks so much, everybody. You have an awesome weekend. Thanks.